This video is if you know you have to make it in the game of business. I'm talking like anyone in that general make money online niche. If you want to win the game, obviously you need to know the rules. And what I've come to realize in my time in the space, most people don't know the actual rules. I'm gonna take you from the Miami Lambo crowd, the gurus, to Hormozy types. I want to just break it down so all of you actually understand, because I think a lot of people get caught up playing the wrong game. Now, if you don't know me, I am relatively new to the social media world, but I'm not new to making money online. 8 years ago, I built and then ultimately sold what would be considered a legitimate online business, the Genius brand. Amazon exclusive supplement company, took it from zero to over 100 million in 4 years, sold that, decided I wanted to do it again, start doing more social media stuff. And it opened my eyes to like this entirely different world. But more importantly, it opened my eyes to where a lot of kids just get misled and taken down the wrong path. So let's back up a little bit, because if you have followed me, you see that I live in Puerto Rico now. I spend time in Miami. I'm in that world, right? The guru world. But I come from Seattle. I'm in my hometown, and it prompted me to make this video because when you're in an area like this or Silicon Valley, there's no Bugattis, there's no Lamborghinis, but there's houses on the lake that are $100 million. There's Microsoft, Amazon. There's generational wealth created in areas like this without any of the flash or attention, right? You've seen the old Bezos memes. You've seen how he dresses. Like, that's all real. And so now you fast forward to this young generation that wants to make money online. And everyone's looking for answers. Everyone's looking for the next hustle. Enter the guru world, or we'll call it the info product space, right? Where people are teaching drop shipping, people are teaching affiliate marketing, people are teaching just it's something new every week, right? Copywriting, like there's all sorts of different things within this ecosystem, high ticket closing, setting, and in between there's this gap. All right, there's this gap of actual business knowledge, and more importantly, there's a gap of wealth being created. So my intent for this video is to open your eyes to internet wealth, Wi-Fi wealth, because a couple hundred grand a month or a couple hundred grand a year, like, isn't making it. Whereas the internet provides this incredible opportunity to do so much more. So when you look at a company like Genius, I used all those things that people are talking about online. Amazon FBA, like, I never had a warehouse, all remote, never worked in an office, could work from my laptop, but there was a real company in the center of that. We built out, management and SOPs and like all this stuff within the actual business. Then I get around this Miami world, and I didn't fully appreciate how fake a lot of it can be. You'd be amazed. You get some guru who's good at capturing attention. Okay. And attention is an important piece of online business. All the little things I hope you pick up from me, like you wear sunglasses, it's calculated. It's more likely to get views. That's part of that game. So you have a whole subset of, like, I hate to say fake it till you make it, but that's largely what it is. You'll get this group of Miami individuals selling whatever it is they're making, 50, $100,000 a month. They rent the $10,000 a month apartment. They put the down payment on the car. This is the funny thing. There's actually a thing called Wayfair loans for those of you who don't know. And cars are such a great magnet for attention. Gurus will basically treat a car like a house. They'll put 20% down. SVJ, you go get $1 million SVJ, you put 200 grand down, and then you do this Wayfair loan where you have a 30-year fixed note on that, which would make no sense to any practical human. But in that world of attention and the dog and pony show, you get that car and you show it off, and it looks like you're doing great, and then all of a sudden you sell it, and the loan was no big deal. You're carrying this small payment each month. You're on to the next car. Maybe you get another one in the garage, and that's part of your marketing. That was new to me, right? In Seattle, I bought a Tesla cash. I just bought a Cybertruck. Like, it's just cash, whatever. Like, I was never thinking about that game. But then you start to see that's them grasping attention. And what happens with a lot of these, we'll call them marketers or gurus, is it's a flash in the pan. So maybe they have $1 million a year selling some course, and then eventually it fades because there's no substance there. The guys that really tend to make it in info, you look at like Alex Hormozy. Hormozy comes from the info space. All right, he's tapped in with Russell Brunson, ClickFunnels. Like he comes from that, but then he applied what's considered real business to all of that. In these elite info businesses, the guys that have been around a long time, the guys that are running strong personal brands, it turns in to enterprise behind that. All right, like an Alex Hormozy has 30 to 50 people working that team from, and not just on the content side, right? You look at different other info businesses. Cody Sanchez is one that I'm sure a lot of people have seen. You know, her offer is buying boomer businesses. And Cody's the figurehead of that, but you better believe there's setters, closers, SOPs, there's an ERP, all of these KPIs being met, and Cody's just the figurehead of that. So Cody's job is to drive attention and be at the center of it, do the YouTube, do the reels, keep the personal brand going, but there's scaled enterprise around her. Hormozy, same deal. Every successful info guy that's been at it for a while, same deal. What happens, and the allure that too many young people fall into, is that vision of the single car. That ain't that hard, okay? That ain't that hard, but more importantly, it doesn't last. All while you have this era of the internet, the ability to make truly generational wealth. That's what Genius was. That's what I'm doing with this next play with Top Shelf. If you're not following me, like I'm building my current portfolio of brands largely in public. Subscribe here, tap in on IG, rob the bank, but trying to put all that value forward while showing what can really be done with the internet. Because again, TikTok Shop, Amazon, like these are our online weapons, right? Because the world is changing. And so with that, you have all these opportunities, but the young generation falls into just wanting that car. What is that course? What is that personal brand? Without taking the time to infuse any of the business components around it. I'll shout out Mason real quick. Mason Dewar, Cardinal Mason on IG. He's been a fascinating case to watch because he's, you know, an upstart in that space. He teaches copywriting. He started copywriting, ends up launching Copy MBA, a way for, you know, young people to have their side hustle, making a side income doing copywriting, which is actually a really valuable skill. Like I need writers for, not this is off the dome, but like reels and stuff like that, right? So there's a need for it. And so Mason is phenomenal at content. So he starts this personal brand thing. But then to watch his evolution, I can tell you right now, he's a guy that's going to be around a long time as long as he keeps his head on straight, and he's going to scale to a level of like material permanent wealth because I'm watching him put SOPs and all these different components into that info business. And so pretty much with everything you guys are doing ever, when you're trying to never have to work again or never have a boss or create a level of Wi-Fi wealth, it starts with systematizing and scaling. You need different people working for you, do like all the stuff, right? There's no such thing as like entirely passive, just on the internet, on your phone, none of that. And so whether it be info products, whether you're building a brand, agency, whatever it might be, there becomes layers and there becomes scale. And you need to learn business, and then you need to learn to lead that organization. That's the end game we're all playing here. Hopefully this video helps. Tap in with me, IG, YouTube, Rob the Bank, all love.